The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally
The
here.
fire suit.
Players from every corner of the globe have descended upon Riyadh for their shot at becoming legends.
The stage is set, and across the next 7 weeks, all 26 titles.
The players are so
will
close.
unfold
They are so close.
for
You're so
millions to
right.
see.
Speaking of millions, in fact, just come here for a second. We need to get
Why are the desks
personal
so
for this.
close?
I need to tell you something huge.
Holy shit, that's actually insane.
Over the next 7 weeks, what is the total prize pool, Fancy?
Trash talk about it, but go
It
crazy.
is a total prize pool of $70 million across all titles.
Jesus.
70 million.
That's insane.
Welcome to the Esports World Cup, where we are starting off huge with Valorant.
6 days of action lie ahead. In a battle to be the best, $1.25 million on the line, and to tally up club championship points.
Speaking of the club championship, last year's winners Falcons won't be competing here in Valorant, so it gives all of these teams a real opportunity to get a head start.
That's right. But hey, we all know why we're here, so let's get to the most important part of the show, and it's the players.
Indeed it is, starting with G2.
All right, here we go with the walkouts. Let's see. Leaf is not playing. I'm not sure why he's not playing, but wait, where's the? Oh, he's sick. Medical reasons.
Up next, we have Carmen Corp.
Am I on the wrong stream? I thought I was watching PRX. What the fuck's happening? I just realized I'm on the wrong stream.
Please welcome Sentinels.
Oh, they're all coming out. Oh no, wait, this is the other. Wait, why? Second looks like he just woke up. Is there a crowd? I have no idea, bro.
Please welcome BBL.
Wait, are all the teams doing a walkout right now? Oh shit. Why do they all look like starstruck?
XLG.
Everyone's walkouts are scuffed as fuck, dude. Why is everyone's walkouts so scuffed?
It's PRX.
What is happening right now? Why is it so scuffed?
Team Heretics.
Damn. That's probably the best one yet. What jersey do I got? I just got on the Toronto jersey.
Please welcome NRG.
Sam? What the fuck? This Sam looks pissed as hell.
It's RRQ.
The jersey, yeah, the color is unique. Bright. They're showing all of Group A. Is that what someone in chat said?
Titan Esports Club.
Titan. Ooh, the Panda Dunks.
Next up, Gen G.
So that was the best one yet.
It's Edward Gaming.
It feels scuffed because the crowd is so silent. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if there is a crowd. Kong Kong. I haven't seen this motherfucker in years, I feel like. That sexy little fuck.
Fanatic.
Posty? Okay, so they look happy as ever. He's like, Alfier's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Alfier's like, fuck this shit.
Please welcome 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves are here. I haven't seen these motherfuckers in 10 years too. You scoot the fuck over, you fucking bitches. Look at Boostio.
So that's 14 teams. There are still
Oh
two
my god,
to go,
how do they
and
fuck
are
up this
about
walkout
to
so
play
bad,
right
all of
now.
them?
With the eyes of a
This was
nation
the
on
worst
them,
walkout I've
please
ever
welcome
seen.
The always explosive PLG.
What is this? What is happening right now? They have their own trophy? Their key.
Their opponents are the Valorant Masters Toronto champions, looking to claim back-to-back trophies. They'll have to.
They're already
earn
coming
it.
out.
It's
They're already
PRX.
They're already on stage. They literally already walked out. Look at what is happening? What the fuck is... Wait.
Nothing is granted. Everything is earned.
And the journey begins
Oh
right
my god. Dude, this is kind of confusing. Why does BLG's jerseys look the same as fucking PRX right now? Am I tweaking out? I'm not gonna lie, I fucked up my stream title. I wrote BBG.
What an opening. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
PRX
Watching
versus
around
BBG.
the world. I'm Achilles here
Earlier.
with Paper Thin, and we'll be guiding you through the start of EWC Valorant BLG versus PaperX. Two teams right off the back of Masters Toronto, but PaperX, the ones who walked away with
Is
the
there
trophy.
any single
What
universe
an awesome match we have here to start today. These
that
are very,
BBG
very
do
good
the
teams across
unthinkable?
both ends of the stage. Obviously, yes, PaperX coming off of a
What's
big
Val's
win,
prize pool? What up?
but are they going to be able to
K-Son.
maintain
Am
that
I seeing that? I'm
form?
seeing that
And
correctly.
Billy, a
K-Son.
disappointing
What up, bro?
performance in that
What's the
group
prize
stage.
pool for this?
As we get a look here
Prize pool
at
for
our
Valorant is
picks and bans
1.25
for
million.
the maps.
I think
Of
first
course, we're
place,
still
if I'm not
playing
mistaken, is
back on the previous
500?
map set, so it is going to be Lotus as the decider. That's kind of what I figured. Both teams do really like this map. You know, Billy has been picking it in China, so this is definitely going to be
I met
think,
K-Son
a really
at
close
the
affair between these two squads.
Yeah, obviously the analyst has
Lowe's birthday
worth
party.
reiterating, we are going to be seeing some best of ones to kick off this tournament. Then we will get into the proper best.
He was
of
telling me how the
threes,
Boston major was a
play,
fluke.
The GSL bracket,
Shit's
and then
crazy,
once we
bro.
get to the playoffs, that single elimination.
all good.
So Lotus coming through is going to be making
I'm
quite a
planning
bit
to
of sense
say
to
that.
me as well. But BLG certainly going to have their work cut out for them here. PRX.
It is a BO1 chat.
A formidable opponent when it comes down to this map, and they put that
Looks
on
like we're
display.
going
This was
Lotus.
the map that
They got
closed out
PRX
the
labeled
Grand
as
Finals versus Fnatic
PRX.
Yeah, absolutely. In overtime.
Haven't seen that
crazy 2v4,
initial for them, but
something in
we'll take
Forsaken,
it.
Stepping up to the plate and
Oh,
bringing
mods
home
for
the first
predictions. I got you
trophy
guys. I'm gonna
for
do
the
it. I don't know if
PRX
I got any
squad.
mods
These
right now
two
because it's
teams,
hella
believe
late.
it or not, have never faced each other. This is their first time playing.
Who will win
and that's pretty hard to
map
believe. I mean, they're
one?
kind of consistent.
Or actually, who will win Lotus?
They make
This is a
consistent
BO1.
appearances at global events, and you know, for these two squads to have kind of that reputation,
PRX
and now they're finally getting
or
a chance to meet each other
BLG.
at a huge event like this in our opening
right.
match. Really, really excited for this.
5-minute prediction.
I am as
It's
well.
live.
And we should be able to get into an agent select here in just a couple minutes. See what they're going to be bringing to bear. I mean,
And
you
I'm gonna
mentioned
turn off
it,
my
we are
auto
playing
ads,
on previous patch.
and I'll
we
run
do
ads
not
between the
have,
maps.
the new map set, so Corrode not to be seen. Bind not going to be in the mix at all here for EWC. So
Alright.
it is going to be the same map set that we were seeing over at Masters Toronto, as well as in the lead up to the event.
Nah, we're not watching
I think
G2. I
overall
think this
it's
is
gonna
more
be a
hype.
quick
G2 also
little
have a
turnover
sub.
here for both of these
PRX
squads,
are coming off the
to
tournament
get
win.
ready for this tournament, so
We'll keep an eye on
that
it.
Wrench in the gears
If
would be
this game becomes a stomp, maybe we switch over, but we'll probably just ride
that would be
through.
less than optimal. I mean, I think if there was any team that could learn Corrode on the fly, it'd probably be PRX. But yeah, for sure, this is going to be a good one.
Watch
I mean, you're gonna
both?
be
Nah,
probably
I don't like
seeing
the
double
idea of
duels
watching
comp
2 games
for
at once.
PRX on
I
Lotus.
like to just be
Meanwhile,
focused on
Billy
one
runs
because
a much more
I feel
standard
like it's
composition
half
there
foot
on
in,
the
half
raise,
foot
the
out.
vice, that kind of thing fade.
How many
Kind of
games
what you're
today?
typically gonna
Yo, if
see
you
on
guys
this map
haven't
these
seen the
days.
schedule,
But I'm
it's
really
fucking
curious, you know,
insane,
Billy
dog.
Billy likes to play a more stock standard.
I don't know who the
style
fuck
Valorant.
cooked
I know
this
Steph's been
shit,
talking
but
about it, that they're kind
they
of
got
more like
about
a Western squad, and that kind of comes
3,
back to their
4,
coach
5,
Lyle,
6,
who does a
7,
really
8
nice
BO1s
job, getting these boys
into
to
4
play,
BO3s,
fundamentally
and it
strong
looks like we're
Valorant.
gonna
But the
end
problem
at
for them I
noon
saw,
Pacific.
in
Am I gonna
Masters
make it
was
the whole
that
way? Probably
they kinda
not. If it goes that
collapsed
far,
once. They
that's
started
10
to lose
hours
a
from
couple
now.
rounds in a row. Like their fundamentals started breaking
And be honest, I
apart. It
probably
seemed
won't
like
make it to
their
that
comms were maybe
long.
breaking down
I took a
little bit.
3-hour
Some of
nap
their
before
team fighting
this.
wasn't as good. So
We're gonna go
in
for
my
as long as I
opinion, I'm looking
can.
at Nap here, the
And
IGL
then
or
if
Billy
Sentinels
Billy
make it
to
there,
make sure that he's focused in, he's keeping the comms clear.
maybe I
he's
just
keeping
keep the
his team
stream on and
engaged,
go to
he's making
sleep,
good
dog,
macro reads. All
and
those
say I
things
was
really
here.
important because the PRX tricky to play against on Lotus, especially because of the way that Something plays this map. He might not be putting up huge numbers necessarily on the Oro all the time, but he's getting a lot of
If
important
Sentinels
information,
make it
especially
there,
on
I
the
will
A side.
sleep on
He does a
stream
really good job of working
if I'm dying.
kind of mid-round.
So I can say I was
past
here.
Rubble, getting to those double doors, getting good information so PRX can make good decisions.
Alright, looks like we're
based
starting
off
though.
of, some of what he's doing there.
Alrighty, well.
Get your prediction in. Go all in if you're not a
Players
bitch.
Loaded up into the game, so here we go. We can take a look at
Agent
the
select.
agent select now. It's not
that a
really
mirror
going to be any
comp?
changes whatsoever. Key difference obviously going to be the double duelist there for the side of PRX. BLG
No, they have
still
Yoru.
sticking with just the Rays there from YZ, with Russia on the Viper, so a bit more control available here for BLG. We're going to be starting on the attacking side.
Yeah, absolutely. So
PRX
again,
are about to run him the
my
fuck
eyes
down, eh?
drift back to Something going up against these double controller comps to make sure that he's getting value.
Bro, this is a
out of that
demonic
extra set of
fucking
flashes that he's gonna be
start
able to bring
time
to bear
for
on that Yoru.
stream,
Things
dude.
like that going to be pretty
The match
important.
just started at
for
2 a.m. It
PRX
actually
just in
couldn't
general,
be
you
any
know,
worse.
they
What
find
would be
those
worse than
moments
2
in
a.m.?
games. At
3
Masters
a.m.
Toronto, there was a noticeable
worse or
difference
better?
in their
I don't even
pace
know.
of play, right? They're a little bit slower than they used to be in terms of, you know, when they're able to find success as the rounds wear on. But
It's 5
part of
a.m.
that
for
is gonna
East?
come down
I
to
feel like
kind of
5
when
a.m.
they
is better
decide
than
to
2
turn up the tempo,
a.m.
when they find those moments to go for those quick, explosive openings with like the Seize Nade combo off the rip. You see
I
that
think
outside
2
of
a.m. is
B
the
main a
worst
lot,
possible time
where
it could
they'll set
be.
up for Jing to explode out of C mound, things like that to look for on this defender side. They
'Cause
kind of
2 a.m. is
for those
like
moments when it seems like
in the
Forsaken
middle
or
of the
somebody
night.
gets a good read on what their opponent's
For
strategy
Europe,
is
it's
gonna
perfect.
be.
I'm happy for you,
So
bro.
you've gotta
Let's
be
go
really
EU.
aware of that kind
You're
of
him,
stuff as
dude.
Billy Billy.
Players getting situated still
2
here
a.m.
on
in
the stage.
Pakistan?
You can
That's what
see
I'm
the
saying, bro. This
smiles
shit
on the
sucks.
laughter here from the side of
Wait,
PRX.
it's 2 a.m. in
They're
Pakistan?
ready to have some fun as they
You lying?
look to get themselves back-to-back international trophies.
I'm in Pakistan.
From Toronto.
It's
all
2
the way
p.m.
over
you lying,
here
bitch.
to Saudi
You don't know
Arabia,
your AMs and
looking to
PMs.
Take another one back with them. See if they're going to be able to do it. But of course, there is plenty more on the line. The claimed
All right, here we go.
keys of your opponents. Also, something that certainly would be a nice little cherry on top. But looks like we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and get ready to dive into the pistol here.
Is the audio good?
Looks like we're going to have a couple sheriffs on the side of PRX. Yeah,
just gonna throw the haunt out. Some smokes set up by Billy.
The fuck is all this
That's gonna allow
shit?
PRX to grab an
Why do I
orb,
turn
get
these
something
shits
pushed
off?
up past Rubble there. Meanwhile, the main forces of BLG making their way over towards B main, but it was a quick rotation over for PRX, kind of anticipating this. There's a wall set up
Who
early
picked the
though,
map as a random?
from
Nah,
Billy
they just
Billy.
vetoed down. Veto.
They're just kinda
Veto.
working the map, just looking to see if PRX has stacked aside and seeing if they can figure that out and go somewhere
What a
else. But so
fucking
far,
wall.
PRX holding it close to the vest.
An attack wall on
Top of the
B.
wall there. Late linger from Russia is going to be able to get
Lurker?
himself a kill. So Sheriff shot to the face, something going to be taken down. Nice little opener there.
The desks are so close to each
And
other,
that's going to
so
call for a pivot here.
let's
for
keep
PRX,
in mind if anyone
immediately
starts yelling at the other
believing in
team.
the push towards this A side of the map, but it's just BLG
Oh,
wisely cutting
wait a
sound,
minute.
keeping things nice and calm as they get
They're
ready to
outplaying
exec
him.
onto C.
Yeah, this is kind of PRX thinking that Billy might try to punish that kill because often something is playing by himself. Gonna dump some util
Devi's here.
for Billy to make sure that the C side is clear.
Playing
Devi
retake.
gonna be aware of this, and now you're gonna see PRX already starting to fan out. But look at Rushia,
Fade
so
on the
ready here
flank.
for this lurk from
Big
Patman.
fight.
Let's see if
Patman.
Patman with that sheriff can do any damage.
That's
Shots gonna be
caught.
flying, and yep, just can't quite register where they're coming from fast enough. Ends up getting taken down. That's Russia now with 2 kills.
Paranoia.
Mitchell's at the ready.
Jing.
Jing just kind of
2
dancing around
bullets.
the wall. Does get a couple shots
Oh.
into YZ, but YZ gets the
Forsaken?
better of him. But Forsaken now swinging around the back, trying to make his way
Nope.
in towards Mount.
Dave is
Gonna
down.
Find themselves
2 bullets.
all alone.
They kinda got
The
fucked.
shot goes whizzing
All right,
right
BLG
past
win.
YZ's
GG.
shoulder as BLG will take the
Wrap
opening
this shit
pistol.
up.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the next
huge
series?
for BLG. And the pistol rounds continue to plague PRX, something that was a persistent problem in Toronto. Even though
Back to
they
bed?
won the event, their pistol rounds were pretty not good. Put it nicely. It's a nice little flick there from Rushia. Catches Patman having to check a bunch
I mean,
of different angles. That's a
theoretically,
great little off
I'm
angle that he's taking
literally
there to punish that lurk.
just
So
tilting my
already
camera,
seeing some good homework being done here by
I'm going to bed.
Billy, anticipating
I'm just moving my camera to the side and I'm going to
It's going to be
sleep.
Patman, who's trying to find those openings on this side of the map.
Quick little entry over the top of Rubble, but Forsaken able to get a stray headshot across. Prowler not finding Jing. Paranoia will tank it here from his teammate. 2 players up over the top.
Oh,
He's trying to find
no,
either of them, but
jet
cannot
lag.
Get it. It's a bit too whiffy there. Not even that
And
much
the
damage. Gonna be
excuses
done to Levius.
begin.
Russia does get tagged down to 62, but there's that regen armor in behind. Shots whizzing past. Forsaken gonna look to try to go on a
Forsaken.
timing. He's rewarded for it. Comes away with a kill. Weapon now gonna be upgraded.
3v3.
Bulldog in hand. A real
2v3.
chance to try to make a go at this Thrifty.
They win
Devi
this?
filling space. Creeping up here just alongside the smoke, playing on the
do win
outskirts.
this.
As Forsaken
Wow.
finds himself a third, and suddenly Neff tagged up all alone here at backside.
Wow.
running low
I don't know how
on
they got the
bullets,
first
and
2,
Forsaken
but-
will seal the deal on it. A 4K.
Hey, Forsaken got
to
4.
get
What the
Thrifty in
fuck
a
did he just
tied-up
do?
scoreline.
Replay?
Your Masters Toronto MVP picking up right where he left off, getting the huge eco round win for PRX. And this is part of what propelled them to get that trophy, was their ability to recover quickly from pistol round losses.
wow.
Right through the smoke on a K-Night.
Just brutal for him.
I mean, Jason,
Damn.
just absolutely so
He
ferocious.
hit him with a Jason.
And just great little game plans around those smokes for PRX in that
That
round. You know,
shot through
Jing,
the
even though
wall
he
is
doesn't get any kills,
crazy.
it was a really good idea. And it's not going to be contested this time. Rubble control by Billy. It's going to be seeded over to PRX. It's going to use that to grab another orb. Starting to get close to some ultimates.
Oh,
Hello, Olivius.
This is
yeah,
a
great little
BO1.
headshot on the swing.
Yes.
He's a vandal behind here. YZ has that in hand. There's plenty of firepower available to
Paranoia.
the side of BLG as Forsaken dropping down off the top of Rubble. Sends to the Paranoia, but K-Knight not caught by it. Finds himself a
Jing?
very nice headshot. Jing in reply, though.
40 HP.
Peels one back, but cannot protect that weapon, so it will be recovered.
This is kind of like a half buy from
Huge upgrade here.
BLG.
It's Billy continuing their march
2 rifles
forward.
on them
Gonna be
now.
a little bit late on the rotations. Are a couple members of PRX, something winning his duel.
One, but then Neff
Ooh.
coming up big. It's sort of both the
Neff,
duelists here.
okay. 3v2. Anyone's rounds?
Planted.
No
Just the
ults.
sheriff in hand here. 4K Knight Neff down to
Patman
30
on
health.
good timing
Livius
flank.
relatively untouched,
Not
but
really
armorless in the
anymore.
round.
Neff is low.
Maybe a bit of a split here. Devi, Patman
Oh,
going
he
their
got
separate
away.
ways. Neff immediately cutting away from
They're all
the tree.
backside.
All
They're
players
all-
now going to be contained
Wow,
here.
nice shot.
Backside. There's the first of falls. Devi finds it.
Wow.
Double shot coming in, but Devi looking indomitable as the
Ooh,
blind is
nice
out.
try.
Patman can collect.
Well done to David.
PRX It's a good effort here from BLG.
Are they really playing on 30 ping?
Standing tall, now gaining the lead
I would not be
2-1.
surprised if this is not actually on land. I would not be surprised if they're just playing online.
As the omen there
But
for Billy.
I don't know. I guess
But
if they are on
PRX
30 ping, it's
divide.
online.
Great at those tight angles. Think back to that.
I'm pretty sure for Valorant to be played on
nasty
land,
stuff from him.
Riot has to like
This right here.
provide
on that first kill. Second one had to
the land
readjust.
servers to
Still
the
quite a bit
event,
of util left for
which I'm
PRX,
sure
but
EWC can get
didn't
since
really
they're
need
partnered with
Just
Riot.
getting it done with the guns and the
But I
blind
don't know
at
if
the
it was
end
provided.
for Patman. Gonna set him up nicely to close out that round. Still looking at some of the alts. Some of the big ones still a couple away. Just gonna be the omen that has his Forsaken. Could TP somewhere if he so chooses, but for now, just another kind of full stack attempt at rubble control, but BLG doesn't like what they see. They're gonna make a pivot, quick pivot. Look at this wall over at Pillar for the Vice on their backside.
By the way,
BLG
Sentinels play after this
anticipating
too.
rotations.
Quick entry though here from YZ as the paint shell does get lobbed in.
I don't know if they're on the
Rest
A
of
stream or the
players
B
at bay,
stream.
but Forsaken.
We're gonna see after. Spam
Straight
kill
shots there
on
from Rashid,
Forsaken.
just on a timing. Able to
They
find
have
it.
full heaven.
Going to be confirming at least one over towards upper, but something dead on the entry swing.
What's happening?
It's going to take it down as the trades start coming
What,
through
did you
here,
see that
but
or no?
ultimately it's gonna
Who
be
saw
BLG
what happened there?
Standing tall, some
Standing?
chaos here on the B site.
Standing?
BLG keep it neck and neck.
Well, you better sit your ass
This is a
down.
nice entry, a good find there
Standing.
as they get right into that B site. Get ahead of the wall a little bit and just catch Forsaken trying to spam through those smokes. Something PRX and a lot of teams obviously will want to do. Something gave away the script there with that flash. Able to tuck into the corner was K-Knight, and he didn't get full flash. Did a nice turn on it and was able to punish something, anticipating that.
Why are they
quick
so
push
close?
Out.
I don't know why the tables are
It's
so
gonna be a weaker
close.
buy here for PRX.
C
Three
push.
players with Sheriffs, a Guardian, and a Hero Vandal for
Oh.
Forsaken, and he's gone.
Yep. Just dead right outside of B main. You're not able to find him. Some continued pressure here, gaining
Speeding
control
up,
of
eh?
round. It breaks to make that unassailable.
You two
here
haven't
for
started the game
BLG.
yet? Really?
At least not without significant cost. Something now.
Good morning,
Back
y'all.
rolling,
Good morning.
drifting a little bit deeper into the A site. Needing to respect that Viper wall when it does get raised. It seems like, though, after a bit of a break in the action, BLG just going to look to deep
I'll take a
around,
look on
explore
this
other sides
second
of the map.
stream soon.
Wisely are reading. The PRX have looked to really collect their forces together into one position, which does leave Mound completely exposed.
Yeah, and I think part of this is recognizing that the Vandal was over on A now, and kind of if they were keeping track of the economy, which I'm sure they will, they know that maybe
It's a C stack.
C would have been the site with the Sheriffs.
Vipers lurking up A
It's going
though.
to be one step away from a showstopper for YZ, one away for Rushia, for the Vipers pit as well. Something tucked into this box.
Uh-oh.
Loves to try to
I
find
don't
these
think he
off
clears
angles.
that.
He's going to profit.
Able to find it at the same time. Jing taking down K-Knight. It's a bit more costly. It's something for now going to be held at bay by
3v3.
YZ.
Jing has
dangerously
rocket.
low.
And so does YZ.
31 with the shielding there as well. And it's going to be Jing with a showstopper to try to entry
Oh!
in. Finds a headshot. He just says it's the rocket fast enough, and YZ still standing.
Oh,
Cleans up the buy.
shit.
Planted.
Now something's position should
I
be
saw
completely
a
and
little
utterly
bit,
red.
Bob. I saw.
Trying to find his way back into the site from here. Looking to be nigh impossible. Could potentially make it
save.
a little bit more costly, but seems like the call to save is going to be
Is
made.
there an echo?
Felt like maybe PRX was going to have a moment there, but with that showstopper claimed by YZ, they took a pause. We're trying to assess the situation.
There's an echo.
And Jing thought he could get in there with that showstopper of his own, see if he could maybe suss out where YZ was,
What's
get
happening
ahead of
here?
the curve, but just shut right down
Oh, these
by
guys
Nev.
haven't started yet.
Having a really nice start to this, 4-3-3. So far, I really like the calling here for Billy. They're doing a really good job of finding openings on the map, finding those picks,
I don't
and then
know what's
making
happening
moves
over
off
there,
the
bro.
back of that.
Wait, who died?
Well,
Oopsies.
seems like there's some laughter, but
Who died to Spike?
a bit of a gifted kill, I suppose, at the end as Neff goes down to the spike
30
explosion.
seconds left.
Maybe we'll see it in the replay.
30 seconds left.
Either way, an attempt to crunch through that C door, but
That was a big
they do
kill.
come in there.
My dash.
One enemy
And James
remaining.
not able to get that rocket out. Wanted full confirmation on a player's position, try to ensure the kill,
The
but instead
handshake.
ends up losing his life as well as the ultimate. So BLG back into the driver's seat.
Send game is on A stream in 40 minutes.
PRX.
I see. So it's after
Like
this.
maybe taking a quick pause here.
Yeah, might be time for Alex to step in.
Balls up.
Try to right the ship here a little bit. It definitely feels like PRX, when they've tried to be proactive,
This
it's
is a
been
BO1,
just dodged,
yes.
sidestepped by Billy. They haven't really gotten caught by any of the traps or any of the kind of early push-outs towards rubble, things like that. In fact, they've swatted a few of those away. So now you got to talk about
Why
how you
are they
wanna
so
play.
close?
You know, are you going to be a little
Not
bit more
sure.
reactive? Like some of the PRX ideas on this defender side can be to kind of lull your opponent into a false sense of security. Give them the idea
How do
that
they decide
something's
who plays
open, whether
attack
it be
and
rubble
defense?
or C-mound or something like that, and that's where they have a trap set up to collapse on you.
Whoever
You know,
gets
maybe
the
a
first
player behind the
ban.
door at C to kind of swing that open, and then they all come flooding in, or just, you know, send a player
think team
over by that box
B
that's
gets
by
side?
the breakable door, and then some in tree and things like that.
I forget exactly.
On the
I think
cards, or
team.
maybe just
I think Team A
the
gets side
classic
actually. Team
PRX
A gets side.
just
Team
fast
A gets
hits. I
side
don't
because
see the
Team
setup
B
for
picks
it.
the map in the end.
Okay. Rush attempt play here. Showstopper.
Whoever picked the map
doesn't
in the
go up in
end
towards upper, so Batman able to get away from
does
that
not
one
get to pick the
scot-free.
side.
Why is he now going to be walled in?
Here's the
Divine
PRX
put out things
aggro,
down
but
here and hold
they just got
down this
shut
angle
down.
outside of C-Mount, but it's
Well, they rushed
losing the
B, to be
fight
fair.
very quickly. Things spiral out of control for PRX. Paint shell up and over the top.
What a
Taking it for the timing,
flash!
Trying to get that third transfer. Does well to find the two.
Where'd that Euro flash come
Can't
from?
quite.
Damn.
Managed to go ahead and bring this back to parity. Instead loses his life in something once again.
Planted.
Left to his own devices. Try to pick up the pieces.
And he's got 0 creds behind this. Is he actually going to make
Open
go
a
of
few
it?
cases in
Looks
between.
like, well,
Are you out of your
to
absolute
make a
mind,
go
you
of it.
Yeah, he
degenerate?
did.
the go
He
just
said
didn't get
open a
started,
few
so
cases in between.
quickly dealt with
In between
BLG.
what?
A very explosive round.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they are really firing today. You can see still the energy not quite there for PRX, trying to find their groove. I mean,
Imagine
for
Valorant
Taken,
introduced
it's a
cases.
hell of a
I wouldn't put it
transfer
past them at this point.
This 1-2, a great flash setup by something for him.
One enemy
He makes the
remaining.
most of it, but K-Knight able to pop out the smoke, get the job done. But so far, so good on this attacker's side. Now you're going to see that Bucky. Jason, he likes to get close to this door. It is going to be Rushia, though, with an outlaw. They're
David
gonna
has a
just
vandal.
Tag him up just
My
ever so
UI's
slightly.
done. Thank
A little
you.
bit of a wall bang. But, yep, that is going to be the play here. This gives a lot of map control.
Why
on
does he
these eco
keep
rounds
saying
for
Jason?
PRX. Get this Bucky
I don't know.
at the front of A main. Rushia just gonna plant his feet and wait it out.
That's
Gotta
his
really
boy.
credit the way Rushia has been playing this Viper. Doing a good job of tracking some of these flanks for Billy. Meanwhile, PRX just setting up 2-2 on the other side.
Whoever
Let
loses
Jason
this is
kinda
out
do
of the
his thing,
tournament.
potentially.
Now, how did you reach that conclusion?
Think they'd be
'Cause you
aware
just made something
of
up.
some of these traps, but with so many
For fun.
layers to these traps, this can really
Do you
give
lie for
opponents
fun?
trouble. Saw it all the time at Masters Toronto. Good clear there with the util.
Noya, oh, he's right below.
Oh my God.
Forsaken with the eye on Bucky once again doing
Observer?
wonders. Does get traded back quickly as something similarly loses his life, but somehow even paranoid. That close should have been able to spot him out. Outlaw will be
Ooh,
able to find the
traded.
shot, but Batman quick on the corner swing.
2v2.
Sound rush
Never
shot, but
mind.
Defy is not ready for
1v2.
YZ's position.
YZ
Up on top of the
10-3.
pillar. It's getting taken down
Patman
now on
1v2
but
has
Patman was a
fatal.
clutch god for PRX over at Masters Toronto. See if he can work that magic.
Wait, he's
a
not. They're
little
not
bit
looking
more.
here. They're not looking here.
Falls there, but
They're gonna hear him now.
a
Never mind.
hefty investment to try to go for it. It seems like footsteps have been heard. YZ noting that from his forward position
Time
towards
is
stairs.
low.
Yeah, really nice setup here for BLG. They can take their time. There's still a paint shells. So, I mean, so much to clear here for Patman. He's gonna have to tap the spike. See what the response will be. There goes that paint shells.
Wow.
Yeah, just dealt
YZ's
with quickly.
on a
YZ
heater.
with the paint shells into the wall.
Oh, here they go, bro.
The
Here
fist
they
bump
go.
there as BLG on the march, doing a great job. Just really finding some nice openings. That's a great
Oh.
shot. Woo.
A fantastic one, and then gets the follow-up. It's a nice quick trade from Patman to be able to put him down, catching him off guard.
Remaining.
But
Oh.
BLG playing a bit more sneakily here and hitting some very nice shots. So PRX still going to be reeling here. As
We got voice
lead now
comms.
gets stretched up to 3 rounds. Cycled back into a full buy. There's Forsaken picking up his favorite, has Yoda now in hand, just spamming through, but BLG doing well to go ahead and avoid these stray shots.
And with so many ults available for PRX, you have the dimensional drift, you have matching Fade and Viper
Do they
ults.
clear this?
Something
Doesn't matter.
tucked behind the box.
I have the spike.
Just looking
The
to
fuck
see
just happened?
what he can do. Meanwhile, BLG matching the patience that Paper X is showing. Doing a great job there. Clear from Rushia. Going to be any kind of punish. Just Forsaken checking to see if they've already cleared rubble. Spraying through, not finding any damage though.
They're not. Jing swinging
Nice
out.
pick by Jing.
One. Rushia going to be taken down. Devi.
Something?
He's going to be trying to play as passively as possible. It's YZ.
Wow, they opened door for him.
As the door tap comes through. Fight back, however, from
Wait,
BLG
what?
is still looking good. They bring it now into a 2v2 with the aforementioned Devi still
Oh, he's low.
hovering
No,
at
he's not,
20
never mind.
HP.
Yo!
Forward onto the Thorns. Tiny bit of damage going to be suffered there from Nephis. Devi
Counter by Soul.
away. It's going to be matched.
He did not expect him to have a gun.
Forsaken finding the first. Neff going to be taken down. Levius waiting on how he wants to try to play this one out.
He has Molly?
Out of the noise flash, still going to be confirming his presence here on this B site.
Oh, time is low. It's hard.
Taps it now, sticking it with just 10 seconds remaining. The plant will come through.
Spike planted.
Forsaken making plenty of noise here, trying to distract.
Whoa,
Swing
what a
comes through.
hold by
Devi
David.
Hits a headshot.
What a
Paper X will
hold.
break the win streak. Close the
20
gap now.
HP.
Just going to be 2 rounds separating.
Yeah, this is one of those plays that you'll see sometimes from Paper X.
Are they revving up the
Get
engine right
planted
now?
Behind that C swing door,
Ace.
come out, and they get a team ace as well. Everybody getting involved. So a really nice round. Let's see if that can get some momentum here. for
Wait, they have
Paper
their
X, but
PCs
Billy
have
Billy
their team logos.
making them earn it. And in the round they win. Oh man. Close to a sick transfer there. Forsaken with that Odin.
Wow,
Clean
it's
as
right as he
usual.
started moving
Like you
forward,
said,
too.
setting up for Devi very nicely. Teamwork still there. Now you've got a showstopper to worry about for YZ.
Thanks.
And that's going to bring the Vice Wall over towards C.
Triple ult
Seems like Paper X is
for
anticipating
Billy.
that might be an A hit. And they're just going to explode forward. Rushia not interested in that at all. He is just backing right out. And, you know, BLG, they've been doing a great job on this B site. So
Double walls on
see what
B.
they can find here. With the Vice Wall set up along with the Thorns. Kind of been the default here for Devi.
They don't know
coming
the
into
wall's
this
there.
one.
They're not going to get the wall.
But no
That's tough.
contact. They're
Can we get a
worried about some of those
Lero
tight
in the
angles
chat?
that Paper X has been holding. You know the Odin's over here. You know Forsaken's there. Are you going to try to challenge that? He's pretty far out there, but this is all bait again.
Back.
Oh, those shots. Almost connecting. Jing, the second layer here is paranoia.
Oh,
Timing is going to be
fuck.
perfect.
He's alive somehow.
Rushia with covering fire, able to go ahead and keep YZ safe. Jing gets taken down.
45
Mobile control
seconds,
now
your
firmly
ult.
in the hands here of
1,
BLG.
2,
Mask goes on.
3.
Something sprinting
A.
forward in the dimensional drift.
Big fatal. He got
Trying
4.
to hold them at bay. Connects on to damn near everybody over here at Tree.
Counter fatal.
YZ.
YZ. Not whiffing.
Down. A great shot from YZ.
Both
who
guys
gets
are here.
traded back.
David, 1v3.
Chaos ensues here on the site. Is there's just basically no audio for anybody. By looking for the timing.
Oh,
Swings
1v2.
cannot prevent the spike plant.
Very
However,
winnable.
it's now in play. BLG still with the advantage. Trying to bait them forward.
Oh.
Clears the flash. Pulling out just a little bit wider. Alt now cleared. They know that he's not sticking it. They know that he's not got to the half. And
Well
with the double
played to
face,
BLG.
will lock up
Damn.
a 6th
They're
round
kind
win
of
here on the
like
attack.
going
Yeah,
crazy
really
a
good
little bit.
patience being shown by Billy Billy, waiting out their Fade ultimate, and Paper X
They're
commits
kinda going
two big ones,
crazy,
the
man.
Dimensional Drift and the Nightfall of their own. And like you said, it catches everybody, but Billy takes that moment to pause to wait for Paper X to try to make their move, and they throw their counter punch. It works a treat. Not much Devi can do there. And it's been really, really solid. That's got Neff on
Oh,
his feet.
shit.
Billy on a roll, 6-3.
6-3 PRX on
So
Eco.
far, 3 more to go.
We might
Give it
actually
Eco
make it to the
or
G2
Paper
match.
X. Stinger for
Nah,
Devi.
I don't know. We're
Sheriff,
jumping the gun
something with
there.
just a classic,
Do
and
not
Rushia's
count
got
PRX
Forsaken
out.
down.
They will randomly
Ball
start
continuing to
heating
sing
up.
here for him.
And to
Something
be
will
fair,
just drift over. Pick up
they
the
do have
Sheriff.
double
No
duelists.
further
Lotus attack
combat
sided.
found, though.
Maybe 3 is all they
Ace on the
wanted.
map, at least not yet. BLG. Site's
It's
currently
early
set
days.
on C. And Rushia again drawing blood.
He's
Jing
been.
maybe
Whoa,
slipped the
he
net.
bounced
Seems
it
like
off the
no,
pillar.
the read is going to be
Oh,
there as the
missed.
snake bite. Not quite locked
Oh.
in properly, but Rushia
He's
still
an
able
outlaw
to
player.
readjust. The double push forward, looking to try to get the jump of YZ. Gonna be
Oh
just a
my
little bit too
god, he
fast
got
here to be
both of
put
them.
down.
Wow.
That's going to be a flawless here. First one of the map.
G2 hasn't
BLG
started yet. Yeah, I
locking
don't
in
know.
a
That's
lead
crazy.
here at the half, at the very least. And how big that lead's going to be, we have to just wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, the mechanics look really sharp as well for Billy.
VCT
Haven't
China
mentioned it,
has
but,
started, I believe,
mean,
yes.
Russia is an absolute nightmare.
Their
That
season's
is
ahead
hell
of
of a shot.
everyone
looking
else.
at. But
Oh, let's go with the
Russia
3K.
is such a tremendous player. I think definitely deserves a lot more
Coach Cam.
talk on the global scene. The coaching staff for Billy, happy with that one. You know, something
Good
that
evening, Big T.
they struggled
Good
with.
evening. I guess, would
at
it be a good
times
evening at this
in
time?
Toronto,
Definitely
getting
in good
momentum,
morning.
finding some good, advantages
You're good, J-Nam. What's
outside
good,
of their
bro?
opening match. Now they're looking really, really strong. There's a big shift in utility for Devi here. All this Vice util set up over in tree.
Hunt had the reveal. That trailed there
Wow.
for just a moment
Nice
longer,
pick.
and something does manage
Oh,
to go ahead.
no.
Trace
They gave it
right
back.
over to Neff, but YZ still very much on point. Quickly trades it back as something, trying to see if anyone
Ults,
goes
Viper
swinging
ults,
forward into
Raze
backside.
ults.
YZ, however, playing at the
Oh,
rope. Something
no.
cannot get the flick in time.
How has he done that?
YZ striking again, 16-5-1 at the moment, looking for more.
Traded.
Out for blood, but
They're
Forsaken.
in B. They have
Go
Viper
ahead, make
ult.
sure that he is sated for the time being. Holds him off. Pit now going to be
Oh,
invested. Oh, boy. The timing.
no.
A bit awkward there for Jing. As I'm going to take it down. Reload can't come through. Spot out on the one. The spray from Forsaken. Gets
What is
some
happening?
connections, but cannot find the kill.
What is happening?
Last player.
United
What in the
managing to stay
fuck
alive
is
as Russia
happening?
once again striking. Patman now dead.
This is
Forsaken with
so
everything to do.
chaotic.
Has one low, but K-Knight
Oh
plays
my
around
God,
the pit
what is
very
happening?
wisely and gets BLG now up to 8.
What a round there for K-Knight. Catching Jing as he's getting ready to try to clear the Viper's pit. Just not anticipating that
K-Knight?
BLG
Yeah,
would
his
get
alias
that
is
aggressive.
K-Knight.
This is one of the more aggressive rounds we've seen from them in their post-plant positioning. And it caught PRX really off guard. YZ
PRX
there,
finished?
even pushing up the rope on A.
Found one
And
enemy.
shutting down Jing there so huge because he had the
Nah, I mean, I don't think this game is
That could've been
over.
So much for their
powerful
At
tool
all.
at cleaning that ultimate. Yeah, that's
The
quick
1
getaway.
second
Yep.
Alex replay.
We've seen that scene before.
They didn't show us the full scene.
Yeah, right now it just feels like everybody from PRX taking their time to really try to get online. Wiley just been Forsaken leading the charge. Everybody else at single digits here for the moment. Showstopper going to go out.
What
Quick little
the
lob
fuck?
in. No one there to
Wait.
receive the damage.
Wait, what?
PRX just Wiley trying to scare them off and flush them in towards this A site. And it has worked, and they've got some quick pivots here. Something setting up another gate crash here for the quick exit, making his presence known. Prowler not spotting. Headshot does connect.
Nice shot.
He'll get his and he'll get out.
That's what you like to see.
Raise
When you're
rocket
in a
on
position like
YZ.
that, just get the one and done. Something good for it this go around. And that's going to make BLG have to rethink things and look at this push out C-Mound.
No, that's an old
Oh,
command.
no.
You don't have to pin that.
Just using the one way, but YZ is not going to be ready for
Traded.
the second layer. So Patman striking does manage to find that. Sees, not getting the connection.
No paranoia.
With just the Spectre in hand, Patman still
Patman, good
dealing
job.
damage. Gets the headshot there
Patman,
on the
good
K-Knight,
job.
putting him down to 8
Big
HP.
fight
Levius at
here.
the same time. Trying to see if he can open things up, see if
Is
this
he aware
A
of
site is going to
tree?
be safe, but something on the reposition. Tucked in to the exit. The swing
Oh
forward, and
my
Levius wins the
God,
fight.
what a
Wow.
clear.
Suddenly
Wow.
into a 2v2. The quick pivot's having to come through. PRX rushing, trying to get into position and divide with the Guardian at that range, going to be favored.
15
Puts him down,
seconds.
and K-Knight now has his work cut out for him. Just the 8 HP.
Oh!
He has a headshot. And has the time to plant as well. Does he have another one of those in the bank? We're about to find out.
Wow, well played,
Forsaken.
Forsaken.
Will be able to flush him out. 8 and
sped
4
up.
at the half, but my God,
8-4.
PRX had to
Big
work
fourth
for every
rounds
single
for
round.
PRX.
No doubt, that was some nasty stuff there from Billy. Looking really good on
Let's
that
see if there's a
attacker
halftime
side.
break or
in
they
a
keep
lot
going.
of different aspects, macro, micro, all of it shining.
Certainly are, but now they're going up against the double duels from PRX, who are shifting over to the attacker side. We'll see how they fare after the halftime.
Okay, there's a break. All right, we're on break. I mean, this shit ain't over, even though BLG kind of went crazy.
They were.
Let's see what the other stream is doing. motherfuckers haven't even started yet.
The same level as other teams in their region. They're still playing under their identity, and whether that's good or bad, at least they have something that they're really trusting internally.
We just finished our first half.
I think in the past they definitely have been a team that's not afraid to play things that are not necessarily the
Popular,
best.
yeah.
Sadak in particular, I mean, you've seen him come.
But probably
through
a
from
tech
Loud
issue
and
going on
the
here.
Brazilians setting the meta with like Harbor, Sky Viper, and things like that, and he still plays Harbor in 2025 for some reason at times. So look, sometimes it doesn't go so well. Sometimes it's genius. It gets you a win. It could definitely get you a gimmick win in a BO1, although really it wouldn't be much of a gimmick win with G2 playing with the standard.
Let's see who plays after this.
Game, to be honest.
San versus BBL.
At taking this out. But I
And
think,
then
look, overall,
DRX
for Karmine
versus
Core,
Shilai.
at least digging through the EMA qualifier.
Wait, what did he say?
Catch the gates, but digging through them composition.
I thought he said digging through the EMEA qualifier. He said digging.
Honestly, yeah, look, honestly,
Oh my God.
in EMEA, maybe they haven't been having the best results, but maybe going to more standardized comps, Gen has worked out better for them, able to overcome Liquid, able to come through that qualifier and actually get to an international event here.
Yeah, because when it comes to, I'm a bit worried about the Sunset. I would go
Wait,
towards K
the
Corp
coach
because
is
of
playing
that
for
weird
G2.
composition that you're not sure how you're going to prepare against.
I didn't realize I was the
G2 is smart enough
coach.
to figure it out.
Or the
But
assistant
G2's
coach.
map picks have been a lot around Lotus,
Sadak.
Haven, especially
I haven't
the
seen
Lotus
him in a while,
being their
too.
most picked around Toronto, even just split through stage 1 playoffs.
They seem like they're so over it. Oh my
I-
God.
maybe Sunset has been floated every now and then.
Does anyone
but
know
it's
what's
not
happening
gonna
here?
be
Is it a
G2's
tech
favorite
pause?
map, and I worry because this is a best of 1. If you lose this because you're underprepared or whatever happens with the day 1
Probably.
jitters, then you're on your last life. If you lose 2,
Guys, this match is already 1 hour delayed. That means like
Billy find themselves out in
It's
front
GG.
here in our first series.
This is gonna be a
of
12-hour
EWC
day minimum.
Valorant, and,
I will not be here the whole day.
PRX.
In advance, I'm letting you know I will not be here the whole
Absolutely.
day.
It did feel like they were a little uncomfortable.
And if I
It
am, I'll
felt
be
like
sleeping
they
on
weren't
stream.
Quite, you know, in that form that we know they're capable of. Meanwhile, Billy comes in firing. I mean, why?
I'm gonna put Nabi on cam and go to sleep.
Absolutely frying right now. 17-7 in that first half. Rusia 13-8. So when you got your anchor, when you got your entry playing like that, that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for you, especially on that attacker side. And they take full advantage. Now crossover here through their smoke over towards the A side. 4 players. Devi going to be the trailing member. Try to watch for those lurks. And okay,
and
dealt
so it
with,
begins.
A lot of damage taken.
And so it begins the
Coming down
train.
to 75, Jing at 13 HP. Any stray bullet, go ahead and dispatch him. As Plant will come through. Far back linger here from Devi, Sheriff in hand, playing back.
What the
Rubble.
fuck? They
Quite
flashed
going to be
him?
ready.
Or no?
As the vestiges of that flash do expire, Levius able to go ahead and collect the elimination. Brings it back to parity overall. As far as the player count is concerned, push forward Levius with another heater of a
Wow,
shot.
that
Finds himself
paranoia
third.
Oh!
Trying to trade it back, but then Neff layering
I
in
mean,
here
the
on
paranoia
back end,
push was
cleans
crazy
up
to do,
something, and
but
that's gonna be
it
yet another
kinda
pistol going
works.
the way of Billy, as they now stretch the lead
Neff
even
gets a
further,
1v2 in
up
the
by
ends?
5.
Yeah, I mean, PRX there tries to make
Was
a
that 5-man
timing
through door? I think it was
off
4,
of the
but
paranoia,
yeah.
and Billy was just a literal step ahead. They're able to find that big
That's a
kill.
big pistol
Jing
for
goes
Billy.
flying in, finds a couple with the
PRX
frenzy.
might force here or no?
At the end, Neff comes up clutch. And Billy wins the second pistol. And that's a big deal, especially in this best of 1. But
player standing.
PRX, they're capable of coming back. They do it all the time, but you know, could be another one of those close
Am I gonna
maps, or
watch
who knows,
Sentinels as
maybe
well?
Billy
Come on, brother.
just gonna take over. There's a little bit of a buy up here for PRX. Couple sheriffs and a marshal. YZ gonna have that outlaw. Couple
Okay, not
Spectres,
really a
Stinger,
force. They're kind of sacrificing this round.
So
Just the
PRX
marshal.
gonna try to work their eco magic again. They were able to do it in the first half. Maybe a little bit more difficult this go around. Just gonna grab some orbs, trying to get Jing fast track onto another showstopper.
Yeah, I can make this a little smaller.
And Devi with the marshal. Just gonna go fishing.
Remove it
as he
here a
likes to
little
do.
bit.
Now he does.
Now we're good.
Nothing caught there, so we'll go ahead and try other waters as he's going to be shifting over towards the
BLG
A side
a
with the rest
Chinese
of the
team?
team.
Yes.
Everybody going to be clustered up, but this outlaw in the hands of YZ can absolutely wreak havoc. This haunt over the back there of Rubble going to be cleared out. Smoke
All right.
coming through. Paranoia.
YZ is trolling.
Forsaken trying to assess which angle he wants to go through. It's just going to be a bound out through the smoke. Something going to be good for one. YZ swaps over the sidearm. The classic able to deal with the enemy Omen.
Oh my
Forsaken will
good
fall.
God,
Smoke
what are
gonna be
you
dropping.
doing?
PRX once again.
What in the
gonna try to
fuck
get
are you
themselves
doing?
a quick little turnaround here on the Thrifty. Jing to go for the plant. It's just over halfway towards the showstopper. Couple weapons recovered.
3v3
Overvalues,
eco
however, keep them protected
from
widely
PRX.
from this outlaw.
Not much utility here for PaperX. Just gonna have to get it done with the guns.
Rooster got tagged.
For Neff. Find some serious value, especially with all those players tucked in on backside.
Paranoia backside.
Paranoia flying.
Big kill.
Shifting the shot into the midsection of Russia.
Oh.
Able to strike him down.
Oh.
Jing looking for a little bit more. It's going to be something with the Sheriff, however, who finds the third kill. Neff now with everything to do. Jing at 8. A double face.
Oh!
And Neff collects them both.
You're kidding
Another
me.
fantastic goal
You're
here for
kidding
Billy,
me.
or rather for
Oh
PaperX.
my
to try to pull off the
God.
Thrifty. But man,
Oh
Neff
my God.
is just on one today. The spray connecting every single bullet where
Alex
necessary.
Cam, yeah, Alex
Unbelievable.
Cam.
I love the idea there from PaperX to try to come from two different
Someone in
angles.
chat
into that
said so
smoke.
free.
It's just the timing
Just
here for
get the
Neff is
fuck outta
perfect.
here.
He sees the edge of him and just goes blasting.
That is actually just
And he
unfortunate.
finds both targets. Massive round there. I mean,
Close
still,
one as well.
yeah, still a ton of damage for PaperX, of course, but you almost kind of needed that eco.
They're talking hella shit.
But they were still a decent
They're
amount of
talking hella
investment as well.
shit.
And it still will have a good buy behind here.
PRX, okay, this is where it's got to
Goodbye
start.
with the attacking outlaw, trying to see if you can get a
10-4. I know it looks like it's done, but if they win this
Noise to be
round,
made. Jing,
who knows?
2 charges away from having that ult online. Be very
Double
important.
duelist on attack.
Trying to start to get a run back going.
Paranoia there backs the Bucky off.
Do they read this at all?
Well,
It's been the Forsaken special on this map. Do they anticipate
Yeah,
that
thank you
Russia's going
guys.
to be looking to
If someone is saying
borrow
some
some
dumb
of his
shit,
own
just
tech?
at me and them.
plus you got K-Knight hidden with a frenzy right behind Rubble. Another tricky position,
I got
especially
him.
if it's
I got
the
him.
guy
I
with the
banned him.
outlaw that's going to be cresting that corner.
Pulls off the ADS.
Ew, that was a good base setup, though.
Absolutely.
That was a good
no-scope.
base setup.
Quick reactions there from Devi, and
You
not
are
even much
dead.
damage suffered.
You got
92
out.
HP with 33 armor still intact. Frenzy not really finding much value. Just the one bullet
Ooh,
widely
nice
connecting
pick.
is Forsaken now.
3v5.
Slides in the flank onto the B site, catching Wisey completely off guard. The Bucky, it's going to
Might be a
noted.
flawless.
Russia falls for the clone.
30 seconds left.
There's once again Neff left to his own devices. Try to make this costly, otherwise PaperX
Hi, chat. Pretty new to
could be
Valor.
looking
PRX
at
the
a
favorites.
flawless anti-bonus, which is exactly
PRX
what they
just
need.
won the last
And there you go, it
international
will be
event.
confirmed.
Literally like
Yeah, that's huge.
2.5, 3 weeks
You
ago.
really needed that round to go very
They are the
well,
massive
and it does
favorites for this
PaperX.
this
You're gonna
map,
have
this match.
a chance of clawing back in this match.
Billy is
Still 5 rounds
probably,
down, and able to
I
read
would
through
say their odds
some
in
of
this
those
match.
cheeky positions.
I would say it's like a
that Billy is trying to set
75-25,
up, and
maybe even an
like you said,
80-20.
kinda,
But it's
you
a
know, trying to take a page
BO1,
out of PaperX's
so
book.
with that being
PaperX,
said,
you know, they wrote
upset
that. They're the
potential
authors,
is real.
and they are the masters at dealing with
could
all of
sneak
that
a
in
map.
that round at least. Showstopper for Jing. Maybe gonna set him up. Let's see. Here he goes.
Oh,
Only
Rage
Wisey
Rocket
with
already.
full armor, so Outlaw as well from Devi can still find some value. Jing in the meantime, though, desperately looking for any kind of prey that he could find. It will just be a showstopper to try to clear close upper here at the B site.
Big lurk here.
The spike now brought into position. The plant ready to go through. Something watching behind.
Planted.
Outside of Baby Door swings the
Oh,
corner.
what a peek.
Instantly finds the headshot.
What a peek.
Wisey dealt with, makes a retake very difficult here.
Sees
for
nade,
the side of
sees nade.
BLG. Sees nade gonna be
Wow,
going through, and Russia
perfect.
completely caught up by it.
Full kill.
Blunt
Wait, they're
smithereens.
starting to cook.
And widely, that's
It's a
going to lead
BO1,
to
it's
a
not
save call
BO3.
here for BLG. All players completely, utterly fanned out. Potentially at risk.
If PRX loses, they're out? No.
Want to check the close angle.
Just this
Levius
series
dragging
is a
across, eventually
BO1.
able to find it.
I don't know
Does suffer
exactly
some
how it
damage.
works, I'll be
So
honest.
Jing and Devi
Is
advancing
it-
their chances.
If you lose
Able to
this,
get
then
the
you lose a
guns.
BO3, are you out? Is your next match
The rest of the
elimination?
players looking like they're going to be safe to go ahead and retain these weapons. But PaperX starting things off in the half correctly as Devi will go down.
I see.
Ultimately, not the worst. They'd have the Outlaw. But that is them starting to get on
Lose
the
two,
war
you're
path
out.
as they try to run this map
Device
back.
died to spike?
Yeah, this is just a pretty simple
That was
round.
sick by
You know,
something.
You just win a,
This is nice
win
too.
a trade there. Nice quick peek from something. A season aid. You know, use the showstopper to open up the B site, and that's round done. So that's what you want to see. Good calling from PaperX. Still looking a little out of
10-6.
sorts though. Seeing that same kind of hype there, especially
BLG
from
on
Forsaken. Now you're going to use the dimensional drift. Try
Is
to
it
get
force or a
some
half
information. TP right
Half
into
buy.
it. Bye.
Wow.
The 1-2 pump, able to
Wow.
find him, but cannot escape. YZ with that Phantom does
Well
manage to
done.
hound him down, but that is such good damage dealt. Devi on that flank, doing wonders here for the team.
Oh,
to try
that guy
to keep them
hit
protected.
as fuck.
Spam through the box, forces a reposition.
Oh, good damage by him, but
Neptune to be flushed
wow,
out.
nice dodging.
K-Knight.
They're starting to pop off.
Previously noted should.
They're starting to heat the
pretty
fuck
good
up, I'm not gonna
idea
lie.
Where the approach is going to be from.
Billy might get
Seems
run
to be able
down
to
right
take the
now.
chances. The smoke off made.
He might just
double
get
stack in
run
the tree,
down.
as well as watch any other avenues of approach. So PRX, they have this round on lock.
Hey, now the big question for YZ is, he's looking for that showstopper.
I'm feeling that.
Want to try to keep the gun in hand as well. Money's still a little off balance for BLG.
Love to get a kill and get out.
Yep.
He swung the corner now. Jason certainly would be at risk, and looks like he will be able to slide away to safety. So survives with 15 HP, does Forsaken. And YZ gonna have to wait till the next round to try to find that showstopper here for himself. PRX, though, closing the gap now, just 3 rounds separating.
Okay. It begins.
Yeah, he shouldn't be calling him
in some
Jason,
ways,
I
it feels
agree.
like it wouldn't be a
He just
PRX
probably hasn't
match
realized.
unless this went to overtime.
You
or
should call him by his
nearly
alias because some people
overtime.
might not know.
They just,
Very true.
doesn't matter who the
Although
opponent
everyone
is, it
knows,
just kind of
but
goes that
still.
way. Nice stuff here from Devi. I mean, this is something he's been doing a little bit more lately. You see it on Sunset when he's on the Sage. He's going to pick up an operator, but seeing the Outlaw with him now, kind of a little bit of a different mix-up for PRX. Trying some new ideas, and Devi a very steady.
I feel like PRX are competing with each
the
other.
Snipers, obviously you're going to think of something
To
when
get
you
the
think
kills.
of sniper rifles for PRX, but Devi is no slouch, and I think this is going to be a timeout for BLG
Billy
this
pause.
go around, trying to stop this momentum that PRX is creating, and talking to Coach Bile behind the scenes in Toronto, just kind of frustrated at times with how the fundamentals would break apart for BLG, and you're starting to see it here. Where
Why are we not getting
one
audience
player
shots?
dies, two
I
players
don't know if there is an
dies,
audience.
and then they kind of try to go for some hero plays, try to go for some
G2
maneuvers
have
that
still not started.
maybe aren't optimal. Teamwork,
That's
very, very key for
a
them.
big delay on
Make
the
sure you're
B
playing for those
stream.
trades. Things that we saw
Big
on the
delay.
attacker side.
We will
really,
not be
really
making
well
it
for
the
them.
whole day.
Want to see a little bit more of that, I think. See if they can play a little bit safer, but some of those rounds were eco, sure. It's actually going to be Devi grabbing an Odin coming out of the timeout.
Okay. I mean, if you force everybody on the sidearms,
Yeah, let's see what Billy do off the
get
pause.
some solid damage across. Brandon Levius does similarly
PRX
have
fake
the
A and
silver
Rush
button
C.
available for himself.
Levius
It's
is
gonna be a
alone.
pretty quick hit in towards this C site.
He has ults.
For the moment, it is only Levius here to try to slow things down. Lawrence will lock them in position as they wait out the wall.
Here's the ult.
Nice haunt.
Ulti at the ready now.
Oh, they can dodge it. They just dodged it in the corner. They all dodged it.
They waited out. They're right
I guess
back
they
in.
went ult for
Spike
ult.
now being brought to bear.
They're planning for
They go
Mount.
through, but YZ, that showstopper at the
Oh,
ready.
no, they're
And that's
not.
gonna be Patman dead. The spike now stranded here on the corner.
Tragic for Patman.
Quickly scooped up.
4v5. Something with a swing traded. Devi Odin. Fatal. Forsaken 2v3.
Sniper now comes across. Sort of the audio, the
Ooh,
swing
big.
coming through, and Devi has the covering fire.
1v1.
More, but K-Knight
Down, C.
starting to go crazy. Noise made.
Regen shield.
Players
Regen shield.
spotting. Armor regenning here up to 21 for K-Knight.
30 seconds.
Oh my god, I didn't know where he
In that
was either.
regard,
Jing,
We'll
wow.
be able to go ahead and get
I didn't even
PRX
see where he
across
was.
the line, continuing to run
Oh,
this one
saved
back.
him. He saved him. That's big. I think PRX have a lot of ults. Or not a
That
lot of
one,
ults, but
very, very close. K-Knight.
they have
almost
Raise
coming through
Rocket
with a huge
coming up,
1v3.
I want to say.
This is scrappy stuff. That's great timing on this showstopper, and an out as well. Using that blast pack to immediately get back to safety was YZ. It's like this might go well. The trades were good for the side of BLG, but then
Remaining.
PRX
Down, C.
able to just kind of hold the line, and BLG gets a little antsy trying to get into the site. They're
They
back on
have
Nico, judging
Fade
him for
ults, and they're
Rusia.
coming up on Raze. Half buy for BLG.
Around
Omen
the
TP'd
corner.
out. Paranoia.
Trying to just go for a bit of a crunch play
PRX
here
take
with
the
those
trades.
stingers in hand, but ultimately it's just going to be the one casualty as Jing gets taken down.
G2 started. Nice.
2 charges now away from his next showstopper here in the half.
How come BLG
Precision
ain't
with
standing
the
up
judge,
anymore?
but not gonna
Don't
go
say
for
it, man.
backside plant, so Trying to close the gap and get a punish, going to be a little bit more difficult here for him. Levius similarly, just with a stinger, is going to reroute down towards stairs, but Forsaken.
G2 is playing versus
hovering
KC,
nearby,
but
waiting
Leaf
for this approach
is
angle.
not present due to medical reasons. He's
Love to see
sick.
PaperX just
Hope everything's
kinda
okay. Not
plant
entirely
their
sure
feet,
what's
wait this out.
going on
It's
there.
gonna be the stinger
So G2's playing with their
identified.
assistant coach.
Spot out of the one. Something with the outlaw, able to find the punish. There's not much more for Risha to do, and it seems that they have a very solid read about his potential position. As just with the classic, PaperX representing. We'll get the spot out onto one.
I can't die here.
The tap to come through, trying to bait them back forward here to put this judge to use to find some
Tech
form
W.
of value, but kills will not be coming through. As the spike will go off, PaperX continue to run this back.
I like the idea from Rusia. Try to pretend like you're going for the ninja diffuse.
10-9.
Force PaperX's
9
hand,
plus
but
10.
Starting to right the ship.
Full buy
Steady
on Billy
now
again.
For PaperX, 5
Fade ults
in a row here
available.
on their attacker side. Still have the Nightfall for Patman. 2 away from another showstopper for Jing, who's got the judge. And it is a B hit. And look at this, BLG at least stacking their forces there. Are they
do have
going to
3
be
on
able
B.
to counter this? You see this a lot from PaperX. Cutting through. They need to get the ball rolling.
Sees nade?
Just a seize there off the back of
Oh.
the Prowler. Jing
He survived it.
to stay alive. Lets them know that there's going to be a judge at hand here.
Help!
His paranoia going to be
What
sacked, and they're all
the
stacked up for him.
fuck?
Jing quickly collecting 2.
Nah.
Peeking from Neff, just not able to find anything
That
in
is
reply
ludicrous.
whatsoever. And now PaperX
That is
trying
crazy.
to reposition, repivot here.
That is crazy.
Tried to play off that paranoia to see if they could deal with the judge. Not going to happen. Levius. A lot of work to do here.
He's had his rounds where he certainly has looked electric here for the team. Russia able to find 1, but
2 on 3.
trade is found there by something. Fake TP forward, Forsaken re-exploring in towards B site.
He's got a timing.
It's just going to be a wraparound into main here.
Omen's going to hear them.
Snap now starting to step forward.
Is he
Just
going to
has the
open
half
door?
armor. So it would almost certainly be his demise if he tries to go for the wider swing all the way back across through the attacker's spawn.
30 seconds left.
You know there's one on A. You're still not exactly sure where that last member is, so PaperX going to be looking in a lot of different directions, trying to figure out exactly where Neff went.
To be in a rough position though, if they really try to make
Wow.
a go for this, especially now.
The
I think
Outlaw's
if
been
you're
getting good
Levius,
value
you
from
just
both
have to
teams,
try
not
to
gonna
save
lie.
this weapon. Could be the more measured play. Gets the spot up to 1.
Well
but it's gonna
done.
be divided.
10
Go ahead
up.
and collect the final
10 up
2.
from
10 to
10-4.
10. We are tied up.
10-4 to
PaperX.
10-4. That's 6 in a row, PaperX.
A dominant streak here
I
on
told
the
you
attacker
guys, bro.
side. BLG
I told you
left
guys.
reeling.
Yeah, finally, that's got a player from PaperX on their feet.
Now is when the
Responding
game
in
starts,
kind to
though.
BLG.
Now is when the
This
game
push
starts.
out, though,
I expect
you
Billy
knew
to
the judge
maybe
was
make a
there.
small comeback here.
Still opted to
but
challenge it.
Let's
They
see if
paid
they're
the
even able
price.
to.
That's going to be a rifle recovered as well at the end of that round.
My right ear?
Just yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We saw you standing on
Okay.
the other half. Now it's our turn.
Okay.
See what they can do. Device still with that outlaw though.
On up and over the top, getting a
C
big
push.
reveal there at C, and Device still able to come away with 1. Wisey quickly trades it back. Some damage going to be dealt. The show's
Rocket hits.
Point blank. Wisey dead. Gets destroyed as quickly. The action will subside. This A side of the map very much abandoned. It's BLG looking to try to go for that rush play. Only able to find the 1 kill.
Oh, they broke the
to really
molly.
show
That's
for it,
big.
losing out on 2 of their players. A weapon to potentially be collected as Levius.
Uh-oh.
Maybe considering just some blind spray forward here into the smoke with that Singer in hand. A decent read that there could be a player positioned in it, but now it will expire.
Well, you know, Forsaken loves to play in those smokes. Trying to
It's
use
off
the
angle.
spike timer.
The barrel been spotted. It was just a hair off. Seeing a pixel Forsaken. He's not
Wow.
ordering for the close angle.
Last player
Hits
standing.
one on the deeper one.
Wow.
Levius snappy to go ahead and find the
11-10.
headshot on the Jing.
Here we go.
A little bit more value, but once again, it's something on his feet. And PaperX in the lead.
Yeah. This is starting to really run away. For PaperX, I mean, they're, what is it, 7-8 in a row now? I lost count because it's
Make
been
a ball
lot.
prediction,
Yeah, I
please.
believe it's.
How about we bet your hair?
Consecutive. Either way, it's dominance on display, and it's another timeout call for the side of BLG.
What's up, guys?
One enemy remaining.
You're up at 6?
This is going to be Coach Files' last real attempt to try to right the ship to give us that potential overtime that you were alluded to. Obviously, still could run this back 3 in a row to take the map.
Bro, no one cares if one of your chat goes bald.
the way that
Lun
these rounds have been going,
0977.
the value being
I
found
promise
from
you,
Divide as
bro.
well.
We would love to see you bald.
That outlaw is
So-
really, really nice. A great pickup.
If you're
there,
down, we're
really
down.
putting some big damage into BLG's economy while helping keep, you know, it isn't necessary in this case, but let's say, you know, BLG gets around here or there, right?
Oh,
Then you're
yeah,
going to
gifted
have
a
that
sub.
little bit of
All
extra
right, go
cash,
bald, Lun.
for your
Go
team.
bald, you
Maybe
want pussy.
buy a gun at the end if it's really close. So it's kind of hedging your bets a little bit. Now, that being said, it's just been so impactful, and PRX in general has been so good that economic advantage not going to make much of a difference, but still a really good idea. And I think overall you're seeing good teamwork, good coordination from PRX. They're making good map reads. And, you know, when
So, like,
PRX
for people
kinda
that have
finds
hair,
a pick or
the
finds
bet
an
is like,
overstack
okay, if
side,
this
they're pretty
happens, I
quick
go
to react to
bald.
the other side.
So, should the
A
bet
lot
for
of
the
things
bald
they're
people
doing
be like, okay, if
looking
this happens,
really,
you
really
grow
good.
hair?
A little bit of a different setup, though. YZ trying to take a push out is going to be identified there. A little bit of util, and that's going to send something out to reconfirm what the heck's going on behind this one-way.
Here we go with the Oro ult.
Well, just hunting him down. Oh my God, he's just going for the timing. He's absolutely outdone him. YZ is there, but that is a something special.
Holy fuck.
If ever I've seen it. Crunch coming through here at the door. Does leave the spike on the floor as Risha with the readjustment. Doing wonders to find that headshot. BLG now. A 3v1. They look to bring this back to parity, and Jing gets
the fuck just
spammed
happened?
out. A fantastic call off the back of the timeout. They completely catch PRX unawares and off guard. They tie things up 11 to 11.
Love
All right,
the
going to
decision-making
EWC
here
now.
from YZ, just using that blast pack to try to kind of convince PRX that he's completely abandoned the C site, and something goes in with the dimensional drift, doesn't see anybody. He's like, oh, Neff's on his own. Free kill. Nope.
Outlaw.
YZ was right there to strike, and then Rushia is going to open up the door. Hit a couple crazy shots. That second one on the Divide over the mound was nasty.
All right, tie
Jing
game
jumping.
again. 11-11.
Jing dealt with. Now operator for Divide, so it is going to be him still.
Divide has an
Mainly
AWP
being
on
that
attack.
sniper. Haunt there,
Viper
not able
ult
to
on
be
B.
cleared by Neff, so you know where he's at, but a pit at the front of B. Rushia.
Oh, they're doing the
shorty in hand,
up-down.
waiting to see if any PRX
Remember Bang?
players will challenge that pit.
Double face, looking to get the readjust.
They don't got
Will be
Bang.
able to have it.
They don't have Bang, it
works.
works.
One back as Levius gets taken down. That's still going to be a player advantage here. for the side
YZ
of
has
BLG.
Well, you should know
Phantom with
that
Rocket.
3 are B and C, essentially, so A should just be a single player, and, you know, BLG aware of it, too, so they're going to make a quick rotation. This is great calling from Neff.
Oh,
Timeout
fuck.
working really well for BLG.
Oh, fuck.
Showstopper here for YZ.
They're walking in.
Here's the footsteps.
Just here around the corner. It's footsteps of teammate in from behind. Divide with that op shot, able to find one.
Oh
Showstopper.
my
Don't
God,
even think he was intended to
2v2.
find Forsaken either way.
The
Does go ahead
Fade
and collect
died
the
jump
goods.
spotting.
Now goes into a 2v2. The pit going to be abandoned.
Divide has Vice ults. When does he use it?
Things go quiet. Still the operator in hand here
He's
for
gonna use it now.
Divide.
He's gonna use it now.
Has a steel garden, but is he even going to use it?
Smoked off for the moment. He's got it in hand. Looks like he is going to be sending this one here on time.
Wait, he
Swing
peeked
out,
before
though.
it went off.
Batman, it's a bit too early.
Wait, what?
Catches him. Is now Shorty
Wait.
filling forward here into the smoke. Finds the leg shot. Trying to get the readjust. The shot going just a little bit wide. 2 HP. He cannot survive.
Oh my God.
Doing his damnedest, but it's going to be Neff standing tall at the end of it all. BLG get themselves up to map point.
We've seen this a lot for BLG, where they're just a step ahead of PRX, of where PRX is anticipating where they're going to be off the back of utility,
my
or
God.
you know, we saw it with a paranoia earlier on Billy's attacker side, and now here on the defender side,
I
they're
think
just
Patman fucked up a little
moment
bit.
ahead of the steel garden, and that puts Divide in a really tough
Probably felt like he had
spot.
to peek.
Neff there,
I don't
able
know.
to get the reload, and Divide, not much else he can do. Tries to go for the classic of his own, but he was so weak at that point. And now it is
Match
map
point.
and match point.
BLG
It's the best of
is a
one here
BO1,
for
yeah.
BLG.
Jing bounding forward. Haunt getting a reveal. PRX needing to push this into that OT.
Monka.
YZ, however,
Monka.
cannot escape Divide. Perfectly timed on the flash as he swings
Fatal.
out, collects the elimination, gives PRX an advantage. It's going to be a TP
They're
forward
going
into
B,
the
it's a good
B-side,
read.
PRX.
Omen can
Pivoting to
TP
the
this
baby
wall.
door.
Yeah, with that opt down, you suspect that he was on his own. And you guessed correctly.
Did David hear that?
Click on the flank.
TP's past that wall, but
David
Device
heard
still
it, I
holding the
think.
angle. And finds the headshot there. Neff going to be struck
Over
down.
peak from Jing a little bit.
Skill 4 takes some space at upper, ends up losing his
David
life
has
for that
said
one,
no.
but Divide collects the op from the corpse of Wisey and immediately puts it to
Big kill.
use.
We go OT.
Something hounds down Levius, looks for a little bit more, but it all falls on K9's shoulders.
OT, there's never enough love.
1v3.
Double OT.
The high-low setup on the 90-degree angle.
Unless-
Finds the first. The Divide does get dealt
Surely
with,
this
but
is
can he clear
unbreakable.
this out? It would be legendary, and he cannot make it happen. Forsaken will find the final headshot as we go into OT off the rip here at EWC.
Told you.
One map is an OT, other one is 1 hour late.
It just is the Paper X Classic. Just going to OT.
4-1 KC.
And they're no strangers
No
to
leaf,
it,
no
that's
win.
for
CAC
sure.
W in the chat.
And this is great work here by Divide. Fantastic flash timing. YZ, none the wiser. And Divide scoops that up and has a phenomenal round. He is really playing great on that Vice.
Well, we'll take the moment.
All right, anyone's
The
game.
players
Anyone's
ready.
game
Here's the
here.
berries. Get ready to drop for overtime. Paper X fans can go ahead and check their heart rates.
Just another day as a Paper X fan.
And we're going to have dueling glass cannon operators here as Rush is going to be bringing this one forward on the attacker side.
He's
Certainly
out
could
there.
catch them
Glass
off guard.
cannon off.
Oh, something.
Wow,
Not ready
he's
for
just-
it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Draws the
Ran
first
into
blood.
him.
Now they know
Yeah.
that that's something that they're going to have to give consideration to.
Ooh.
And as Forsaken does find one, but K9 quickly trades
That's
it
a
back,
big trade.
maintaining that player advantage here.
Now you have to make a decision as Paper X. You know, they thought about maybe
They're
challenging
speeding up.
at Baby Door instead.
They're going to be here to swarm,
Over
though.
towards Heaven.
There's 2 guys already here.
Try to make their go of this retake from there at a
Nate sees,
disadvantage.
Nate sees.
Op going to be holding the flank.
Here it is. It's short. It's very short.
K-Knight one away from a nightfall.
Not deep enough. Shots
Oh.
fly, but headshot
Oh, he's
connecting.
satchel
Batman at the
his
same time,
teammate.
going to be taken down as K9
What the
gets
fuck?
traded out. It's all on Divide.
Oh my god, a satchel got his
That
teammate.
blast pack previously set
Oh
up,
my
offsets the aim.
God.
He falls to the wayside.
No
Billy
way.
now have themselves up to map point.
No way.
Again, just kind of
No
outguessing
fucking
Paper X
way.
there.
What's happening?
And it's Rushia with that operator
What did
to
something
give them
do
that
there? He
early
just ran up.
advantage.
I respect it.
Not anticipating it at all. Was something trying to get that angle set up above the smoke for himself into a main to try to control that space, and it's just dealt with immediately. And therefore, Billy able to punish that and push through. This time, the glass cannon op going to be in Devi's hands.
Are we hate watching or supporting
On the
NRG
attacker
today?
side, both teams on their attacking end thinking
Naturally,
about it.
we're
No glass
haters.
cannon though for BLG.
Because they brought it out on the attacking side themselves, this is now likely going to give Paper X pause and concern about there being a defending op.
Absolutely.
So they have to be a bit more methodical in their approach.
We're hate watching NRG, but we're hoping Sam drops 30.
They're
This is kind of the classic Paper X setup. You leave something to be
Wait,
this
Janet, what
lurking
the fuck?
player as the Yoru. Work
I said
around
Sam
the
drops 30
smokes.
though. That's your boy, no?
Try to find some opportunities. Prowler going to be used because of the door opening at tree. Now you've got a full wrap in the other direction, but this is scary.
And you have this linger here from YZ. Divide does hit a nice shot, but do they read this
do
position?
they check?
YZ,
Omen checking.
a real opportunity to do some damage on right now.
Forsaken
They're trying to
checking,
spam
Forsaken
out.
checking.
Forsaken reads it beautifully. Widely damage going to be avoided.
They going B.
Top of the door. It's going to be an immediate pivot now into the
Somali.
B site here for Paper X. Ball holds it back here
David.
for the moment. Divide still going to be doing well. to
Wait,
go away with yet
Viper-
another kill, but Russia looking for a bit of a timing.
Had a
Won't be able to
timing.
find
Big
once
on Forsaken
gets
to
caught
check.
off guard. Lob it on the snake bite. Sends it over towards
Oh,
T-Ball.
big
Looks to try to
Patman. They heard
readjust,
him
but
here. They
Patman
heard him.
holds his
3v1.
own.
All right, he wins this. You go bald. Deal.
Everything now here for Livius to try to prevent the reset. Here's the footsteps. Widely just baiting though for this
Nope.
angle, keeping something disguised. The strikes when they least
Disguised
expect
mentions?
it. And that is going to be Paper X once again tying
Double
things up, extending
OT.
us.
Why
as
is
we tumble
PRX just
down the
fucking with
rabbit
us
hole
right
that is
now?
OT.
PRX just fucking with us?
Again, with the operator, providing so much value for Paper X, finding that kill on the Neff as he goes for the peak. That just really breaks things open. It sends BLG scrambling to try to figure this round out. Right there, just beautiful stuff. Good angle. Thank God for Forsaken.
Yeah, thank God,
He
actually.
is watching that, because otherwise that looked like it could have been real bad, real fast, and it might have been map
Sun won't
over.
start until this is over. I'm pretty sure
Just
they
the
play on
map
this
ending
stage.
in the blink of an eye. Devi does bring this operator. This time though, Russia not going to have it in hand. Gets spotted out by the Haunt. Has to backpedal, give up that A lobby
David
space.
has kind of been an opper.
Smokes cycling. something now. Going to try his luck tucking in behind the box. Divide playing forward out of the smoke.
The repeat.
Does manage to come away with the kill. Eats some damage, but Widely gets away scot-free.
Oh!
Spam onto the position.
Good
Something
CP.
has to give it up. Gate crashes out to safety.
Ooh,
At the
nice
same
shot.
time,
3v5.
Bait and
He's
swing.
having the bait there, coming through. Patman playing him in.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Him and Patman work so well there at B main. Time and time again, they have
Look at that
just
angle.
absolutely smothered opponents. That was a position that was weak toward Paper X, and they
Oh,
shore it
shit.
up.
Oh, Devi.
5 HP,
Down
what a
to 5
Chad.
HP.
Oh,
Hits a headshot off the
my
flick.
God.
This
What an
man
animal.
is walking a tightrope. And he is not falling. The Forsaken shout.
2v4.
As wall gets popped here on the B site, and it's all a little bit
Fate
of a
has
fake to try
spike
to
on
play
Mount.
K9 into the C site, it would seem, but Devi staying stagnant as Levius cannot hit the transfer. The swim forward, and Delphi is
David is taking them home. Max point PRX.
electric.
Man, oh man, 5 HP and hits that headshot.
On the edge.
It's just disgusting.
A puff of air from one of those paint shells popping would have finished him off. He plays just in front, limit testing it to the extreme, and clips the headshot onto YZ to bring this round to its end.
He's
He
vibing
is having a
out.
whale of a time.
He's having a
I mean,
whale
he
of
is
a map.
Top
slingshot
fragging,
from the
top
top of
fragging
the
as well.
standings.
27 kills. What a performance. No operators this time around, and look at Jing as the judge.
B hit.
That means B hit here for Paper X.
BLG knows that this isn't going to be that implementation there
Wow.
of something, and they're counteracting the action on the B site very well. Spike isn't
stopped
forward,
that so
doesn't get
well.
stranded, but it's still 2 players down, including their smokes.
That Vice Molly too strong, bro. With the
So
Viper
ready
wall.
for these B hits. You've seen the judge have a tough time, at least initially, getting into sight and doing any damage. Obviously, the last time
Big fight here.
they
Wow.
tried to challenge, YZ, speaking of, going to win his against something.
Paint shells now.
5v2. I think we're going again, unless there's a magic.
Devi away. Great shot from Patman on the readjust. Prowler in his face.
Hold
Shrugs
on,
that
hold on,
off.
hold on.
Bring them down.
Call for the pivot across now into the C site.
David is 2 off ult.
Horns and Arco is no longer a concern here for the team, but a 2v5 now into the 2v4 to try to bring
It's
this
planted
match
for
to its
mounds.
conclusion.
And another
That's how
2v4.
Toronto ended. It was a 2v5. Quick trade from Forsaken to make it a 2v4, but it
David swings this or no?
would be a hell of a way.
Wait, they know he's flank, right? The wall didn't go off? It must have. He satcheled over it.
Chance.
Wait, did he?
Whoa.
The wall not go off?
Square witching on top of the site.
He's
Ends up getting
satcheled.
caught off guard. And Paranoia is on point. So YZ collects himself a third. Defuse on the spike. 14 to 14. We keep going.
My goodness. What a back and forth. He thought maybe, one team gets that defender side win.
He satcheled
And it would
too high.
change
The wall
things
didn't
up.
go off.
And maybe Paper X was going to be able to come away with it, but nope, we go again. As this
What?
opening match for EWC 2025 is absolutely delivering. What a banger
Remaining.
to begin the tournament. Now you go. Yeah, no hope there.
He must have
for
gone really
Vi.
high.
It was already noted in that
He must have
position,
gone really high.
or at least suspected.
All right, OT again.
And it is going to be Ruscio with that operator again.
shit,
Going to
bro.
try to take control. Kind of
Sentinels
anticipating
play
that
after
maybe
this.
something is going to try to double down on this position again, and he can outduel him. But
Verse our big
using
booty
this to gain
Latinas
a little bit of
BBL.
space, our Paper X.
Yeah, flashed off the angle, but otherwise still keeping this
Spam
disguise.
kill.
Taps, however, something. Able to find one. YZ going to be taken down. Op
Oh,
now going to be
shit.
confirmed as they look for the
Oh,
reposition.
shit.
Finds the reveal. It's just chaos
Oh,
here. Neff is
shit.
desperately trying to find
Brother's tweaking
any
out.
kind of kill that he could get, but Paper
Brother's
X,
tweaking out.
they get away scot-free.
Oh my
Going to
God.
try to push the advantage. Gets into stairs. Levius noted by the Prowler. Things getting a little scrappy.
Wait, does he bounce back?
He's kind of getting bogged there on the wall.
Wait,
though. Doesn't get the rebound.
This guy
they
might
were
have a
looking for.
timing. Holy fucking she-bar.
Do they
Very
know?
much leaves Neff needing to
Hey,
be
what's
the one
up,
to try
man?
to find the opener, and he does. Something going to be taken down. Risha, the op, still finding some value. 2v3. Devi on the swing, has the full flash there on the Levius. Quickly collects the kill.
1v2,
Spike now.
60 HP.
Dropped back over by tree and box. Neff with everything to do. Just 58 HP to try to do it.
I have the spike.
Man, I thought for a
30
second there
seconds left.
BLG was going to break the round open, but with Neff's position catching something off guard. What a timing from the Ascension champion back when he was on bleed.
Tuck back from Jing, but finds the timing perfectly. Red there. Goes ahead, secures the round once again. PRX up to map point. BLG needing to find yet another reset.
WTCN this? I love WTCN. He can diss me all he wants.
This is just, I mean, nice shot for Rushiat, but quickly traded by Patman. Levius as well. Good trades all around, but Divide there, waiting it out.
Are they
Something
replaying this
still
from
wants
way
him.
earlier, or is
Hold
this
on.
new?
We're not done yet.
I'm confused.
Divide, gonna have that operator. And it is gonna be
This
match
kinda
point again
devious.
for PRX.
Match point PRX again.
Push out for something, immediately backed off by the utility. Haunt, snake bite.
Oh,
and he catches Neff.
He
big
gets out.
kill.
Keeps
Fast C,
himself
fast C.
alive. Huge kill to be found. No more paranoia here for the attempt of the retake. Levius looking for a timing, gets a bit more damage there onto something, but widely the wall eats up the bullets.
Oh, they're all in. Look at this dive comp, dude.
Back
They
pedals.
all
Has to get
disrespected the Molly.
space. The spike for now.
They gonna play aggro post or no?
This plant gets ready to come into play. Something on the reposition, aggressively repositions here. The
Wow,
drop,
they
the
tried to
waterfall.
nade C's, but they got off.
Snapping away, trying to find any straight shots he
Oh,
can
he
get.
whiffed
YZ
the
scales at the
fucking
back of that
dog.
one. No
What?
trade to be found as K-Knight similarly
3v3
finds
though.
Forsaken. Jing peels off a kill, the push forward through the smokers. Just
Good
trying to
mid.
play off the timings. Paint shells go flying. Jing
Nice
finds the
rocket.
headshot. Rather the body shot to take down Levius, and now has the showstopper to try to
Oh
bring this
my
to a
god,
conclusion,
PRX
but it
fucking
will be
16-14.
Defy.
Holy
Standing
fucking
taller
shit.
than the
Talk about
ball
making
at
them
the
sweat.
end. PRX.
They're just fucking with us. They
ever
have to
the
be
nail
fucking with us,
biter
right?
Between
They're
them
definitely
and
just
any
fucking with
opponent.
us.
But they managed to come away with the win here on Lotus.
A stunning match here to begin EWC 2025. Wouldn't have it any other way. And it is the normal results for PRX. It feels like edge of your seat the whole time, and they just squeak through with yet another overtime
Just
victory.
squeaking by.
With a little wild sauce.
Not even
Interesting
close.
stuff there. A lot of new things from PRX in terms of some of the gun
Should we watch
choices they
G2
were going
while,
for, putting the outlaw in Devi's hands, the operator in
Sentinels
Devi's
gets
hands.
ready?
So some different